Catholic church. I had a really cool musical advisor, and we used to sing Led Zeppelin and Elton John, and I got into arena rock. I was into the Bostons and the Fleetwood Macs, and so it was through church, actually, through a Catholic church, that I got interested in it, that I started singing and noticed what it did for my psyche. Yeah. Somebody introduced me to Barracuda, and that made an effect on me big time. And then I started listening to Janis Joplin, who's not really metal, but so I started getting that rougher edged female sound. And then I moved to California and I auditioned for a band called Rude Girl, and they asked me if I could sing like Bon Scott. So I tried to sing like Bon Scott, and that's...
Oh, they asked you?
Yeah, they wanted me to try to sing like the AC/DC guy, and I did it, and I couldn't do it very well, but I can remember what it did to me, so that was it. Early 80s. His sense of melody and his vocal tone and his strength, and Ronnie James Dio, for sure. Malibu Barbie, it's interesting, that was not a band, it was not my band, it was my old drummer who went on to do that. When I was in between Chastain tours, I went in and did that EP for them. It was 2 songs, and it was never my band per se. I just went in, I probably cut it in 20 minutes, and then I left. Friend of mine living in California, we used to cross paths a lot, and he was actually interested in Rude Girl to sign us, and I became good friends with him. And when Rude Girl fell apart, he was on the phone to Chastain in like 10 hours, I think. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, it was through cassette tapes. He sent me Black Knight, Mystery of Illusion, and Winds of Change without, I don't remember if they had melody lines or not, and then I went into somebody's bedroom with a 4-track, and I recorded over it. And that was it. I sent it to him. I was probably making the record within 3 months of that. Yeah. Mystery of Illusion. Dayton O'Hare Arena, and that was pretty crazy, hanging out with Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons. We were just talking about that today. That was pretty adventurous, being in front of 18,000 people for my first time. Yeah, I remember being really green, which means I didn't know what I was doing, which sometimes I still don't. But being in there and just being really scared and just wailing. David Chastain just telling me, just do what you do. So it was really intimidating to me in the beginning. That was the first time that I actually, although he did write some songs on it, that I just really sat down and did melodies and the thought process by myself. I thought that was a really good record. It wasn't very much of a stretch from Chastain, but that's the kind of music that I'm into. I think it was a lot simpler, but then of course I got Michael Harris. But I really like the record, so I appreciate that too. It was something that was not my idea. David Chastain tells me that it was his idea. I kind of don't remember that I had mentioned something to him about how I wanted more press, and I was a little upset about that, so he gave me the opportunity. Actually, Road Racer gave me the opportunity to do it, but they didn't do anything with it. It was just a ploy to get Chastain to sign to do For Those Who Dare, so it was kind of like a business deal. But yeah, I like that record. I still like that record. With this record. I'm not crazy about this record. I tried to record it really dry, without a lot of yoo-hoo on the vocals. I wanted it to sound like a bar where you hear work out. Not my favorite record. It was given to me when I was in college because I used to wear a lot of leather, which I don't wear leather anymore. But actually, probably closer to vegan, yeah. Do you dare? He just, and again, it was all, his music was so magical to me. I was blown away by it when somebody turned me on to Holy Diver. It was just his talent. And then, of course, as a person, he was so loving to everybody. He made everybody feel so special, like you were the only one in the room. He always remembered everything about you. He was just this magical person. He just had this aura of, he was just a really special guy, and he was very encouraging to me, and he was very honest with me about my vocals. He gave me a lot of tips, and he was little like me. I loved Wendy. I liked everything about him, but I think it was my first exposure to like a big metal family. You know, there was the Jimmy Bain days. It just blew my mind. And again, it was just his talent. I mean, you've seen him. To be backstage and watching him go from a person like you and I, and then just going on stage and killing it. I can still listen to it in my car once in a while. It was because Chastain mixed it. It was the way he mixed the vocals. I think he did a really good job. Thank you, David. We bleed metal! I'm actually a very lazy person by nature. And after Chastain, like I said, I did try to involve myself with some bands, and I found that I didn't really have a lot of respect. I met with labels that existed at the time, and nobody was that interested in me doing what I did. And I was not interested in compromising. I can't do something to try to get to an end. I'm a metal chick, you know, that wears sneakers. So I was really proud of what I had done, so I just moved on. I got into animals. I do animal medicine. I got into pit bull rescue. I live in California. I drank a lot of champagne. I went away, and it was okay. I just closed the door and moved down here.
What was that made you open the door again?
The loss of Ronnie James Dio. I went down to his funeral, which was devastating for all of us, and I just ran into some people, and we were talking, and I remember feeling almost ashamed of myself that I had been given somewhat of a talent and I hadn't done anything about it, and I wanted to express myself in some way for him, so I sang. The Wasteland, of course, was a huge record for us. It put us on the map. They played it all over KNEC, and I think I wouldn't tour. There was some reason why I wouldn't tour. I think I had a boyfriend or some stupid ass thing. Together, we found out that we had really different ideas. I wanted to be on the road all the time. I wanted to be a road dog. He was done. I wanted to do bigger tours. He didn't. Yeah, he just doesn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it when we were doing it. He's never been into it. Yeah. And I loved that music, but David Chastain has said to me many times that I got out in time before metal really stopped dying. But I didn't see it that way. Who dare, again, I thought the vocals started sounding way too arena rock for me. It was way too produced, but this was on Sepultura's label, and they tried to make everything sound the same, not comparing myself to them at all, but it was the same quality of record, which I wasn't crazy about. But thank you for listening to us, for those who did. No matter what you do. French version of The Bug. What does this have to do with metal? Anyone? The picture, which by the way, James Schumacher from Broke His Helm, the bass player singer, was always my photographer. Very cute. Oh my god. That's all you need, but I'm not your motherfucking slave. I always kind of talked to him business-wise to help me out, and through that, I'm not really sure why he did it. He just said to me one day that he had some material, and he sent it to me, and I said okay, because I hadn't recorded in a really long time. Yeah, I'm not really sure why that happened. I don't really think it'd probably happen again, but he just had some stuff laying around. I don't know, he likes to help me out, I think, and he knew that I was hungry to do stuff, and of course, making a Chastain record never hurts me. You know, it kind of put me back out there again. What is this? The second coming of the alien ship? I mean, I don't... Well, picture. I recently had Vinnie Tex, my guitar player, my buddy, look at, actually I don't think it was this picture, but a picture from this photo shoot that said I was the one that looked like the guy. They all looked like women, I looked like the guy. Try and look tough. nothing was any different. It was the same from like before. Yeah, we were laughing, and I still drove him crazy. Yeah, it was totally the same, like nothing had ever changed. We argued through the whole record like we always do. No, he lets me do my thing. He kind of just gives me an idea for a melody and just says, do it. He's really, now that I think about it, he really lets me just be free, as long as I'm in key. And then this, as I was just saying, I just found the poster to this before it was shattered. And I'm not quite sure whose idea this was. I guess it was, oh, because we did this. We were recording this during the earthquake. We were in California in 1989. Everything was on fire, and we were up in Kentucky making a record. It was killer.
So you give it that laughter, all the stuff.
I don't know if we did, because Mark Shelton wrote Shockwaves for me, for Manila Road. We changed the tempo, I believe. You know, I don't know. I wonder if we did. I don't remember. We may have done that. I should ask Chastain. Same person.
Except the never!
I'm fucking psyched. I'm so excited. I'm like a candy store. I'm very, very excited. I love these guys. They're full of energy. They kick my ass. They make me better. They make me laugh. They're hot. Yeah, I'm really very excited. I probably have never been this excited, except maybe for the first Ruler of the Wasteland tour. But now, you know, I'm older, so I'm wiser. I know what I'm doing. I trust them. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. You never really know, but I hope to keep doing this. I have a partner, Rodrigo. I'm hoping to keep doing this with the boys from Brazil, as I call them. I just want to keep going. We're almost finished with a new record. I just want to keep going. I sincerely want to keep going. I'd like to do it with them until I drop, until I hit the dirt, as I say. I think people are going to notice that I have a lot more energy than I've ever had. I feel like I'm 20, which I'm only 27, so that kind of really doesn't matter. But I'm a lot more excited. I'm a lot more animated, I think. A lot more fun. Difficult times when I stopped doing music. Yeah, I actually, it's funny the way I talk about it, but there was a period of time that was pretty down in what am I doing, and I failed, but I got over it quickly. But yeah, probably a few years into after the Chastain thing when nothing was happening. That's what I do. I do animals. I'm very blessed. I do music and animals. That's what I like to do. So I'm single and yeah, no family, ever. Well, I think it sucks, but I don't really let it affect me. I just actually had that question asked to me because I was in Turkey at the big Istanbul airport there. I guess a lot of musicians didn't want to go there. I don't live my life that way. I think when it's your time, it's your time. You just can't be fearful, right? The Leather Band, as we were saying, it's such a stretch. Vinnie Tex, my guitar player and writing partner, Daemon Ross, guitar player, Thiago Velasquez, bass player, Braulio Drumond, you say right, is my drummer, and Rodrigo, who takes care of everything. I just love them, check them out. They're hard-hitting and they're just crazy, so they make me much better. So just come see the band. They work my ass off. Vinnie and I are going to probably work on some more vocals this tour, but yeah, it's already been happening. It works really well. people relate me to like the power Euro jiggy, as I call Chastain. Should I call it jiggy? Neoclassical. These guys don't play neoclassical. But like Vinnie has a huge blues background. And David it's just really straight ahead metal. I've never done anything like it. There's no drama, there's no bells and whistles. It's 4/4. It's crazy. Yeah.
Straight ahead metal?
Yes.
It's your classic vocal style.
Yeah.
That's nothing new.
Nothing new.
Yeah.
It's new for me.